only did he's a villain in when you think about it, because when you think about Ross, he's always been after Hulk. Even though Hulk doesn't do anything, he wants to be left alone. Why does he want the Hulk so much? Just to take his blood and use it, and it, just for that reason, so he can control it. Not only that, he had the super soldier serum already, used it for put it in Emil Blonsky to make him a super soldier. There's that. And then when when Emil Blonsky got the Hulk's blood in him that made him Abomination, he still tried to control it. He's a villain because he doesn't know when, like, he's a villain. Like, even when it comes to the Civil War, that Accord, even though it came from multiple different countries, but he was like the backbone behind it a lot, because he still has this thing of, like, even mentioning the Hulk. Do you know where the Hulk is? Like, why do you need to know where the Hulk is?
He's the Secretary of State. If I was the Secretary of State, I would have anything, because you got to remember, you got to take everything into context. A person being, I don't see him. He's a villain because Marvel has made him out to be a villain. But I'm taking a step back and looking at it from a holistic standpoint, from the position to where he is. Here you are the Secretary of State, right? So you are the lead diplomat for the United States. The only person who's above you in terms of the diplomat is the President of the United States, okay? The Hulk, he has always viewed the Hulk as a threat, and he's not wrong in thinking so. Yes, the Hulk has done some heroic things, but he's also left a path of destruction as well. And you have to, and we constantly kind of don't put ourselves in those shoes, because so the Hulk has left a path of destruction, and now here's the Avengers, who he was a part of that team, the Hulk, who was basically in charge of him, and then they lost him. They don't even know where he is. So here's this threat, this nuclear weapon that's just flowing around, and and when it was your responsibility to take care of it, and you have no idea where it is, yeah, I could understand why Ross would have asked that question. That's one. And two, and of course, with the Accords, no matter how you look at it or dice it, he was the hand in it, put a hand in it. He was the Secretary of State. He's the one negotiating it with all the other countries. But then once that thing was signed, he's the Secretary of State. He works for the government. He works for the President of the United States. You have to execute, point blank, which is why I've never viewed Ross. He's done some villainous things, agreed, but I've never viewed him as a villain due to the fact that I understand his position. I look at it from his point of view.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying he's a good guy. That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
I'm saying he's not a villain. And it all depends on your point of view, which is why I don't think he's the power broker. It's going to, and when we find out who the power broker is, a lot of people are going to be disappointed, because they're going to be like, well, that's not who I thought it was. And I would have been like, I told you from the beginning, follow the rich white man. I'm telling you.
But and you know what? That's the thing. That's the thing. People got so pissed on WandaVision that Mephisto didn't show up, and now they're gonna be so pissed that if it happens that Ross is not the power broker. See, people embed these things in their mind, and then when it happens, they get disappointed, and it's that's on them that they get disappointed.
We also got to think about this. WandaVision and Falcon are two different shows.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm talking about the rumor aspect of
the rumor
of how both shows are. People embed all these rumors in their head to make them true, and then next thing you know, it never comes to fruition, and then they get pissed at the show like it was supposed to happen. But that's not how the writers put it out too, because the writers have a long-standing story that they're trying to tell. But let me get I want to get my piece through before we end the show. They also in the show talked about supremacy with this serum,
Oof.
and funny enough, Zemo had a good conversation with both Sam and Bucky about that, and even Sam, when he was speaking to Carly, he was speaking to her as he would speak to, um, uh, war-torn soldiers and stuff like that. And she was like, "Oh, you're mixing my words." He was like, "Am I?" I was like, "I'm not saying anything. You're the one who said all that. You're the one who's saying that you're going to crush everybody and blah blah blah." And then she's like, "Oh, I didn't mean that." And it's like, when Zemo was talking, those certain supremacies of what this super soldier serum does, he's like, even the Nazis were looking for it. The Nazis were looking for complete supremacy because they thought they were better than everyone else. And in a way, the super soldier serum, excluding Rogers, kind of embeds in your head that you're better than everyone else. And it's like Walker's prime suspect of that. Carly, in a way, she's a prime suspect of that too. She doesn't think she's better, but the thing is, she thinks her views are better than everyone else's.
Yeah, she thinks she's a freedom. She in her mind, she's a.
She thinks she's a freedom fighter when she's just a terrorist, especially now.
I mean, after the bomb from the last episode, and she's
yeah,
gonna be seen as a terrorist.
She bombed a government outpost, and
killing police,
and she bombed. I mean, and she killed a U.S. Soldier, or in a way, a U.S. agent, because in a way he's more of an agent than a soldier in this whole aspect, but he's still a soldier. No, she killed a federal officer, and she bombed
killing a bunch of police.
Yeah, and she bombed the U.S. I mean, not a U.S. She bombed a government outpost area. So it's like she's looked at by any government as prime suspect, as public enemy number one.
I mean, one person's terrorist is another person's
freedom fighter. I get it.
And there is a thin line. There is a thin line. Like if you look at it, and you got to think about it now. We idolize people like Thomas Jefferson and George Washington in our country. But if you talk to the English from that point of view, they probably would have thought of him as a terrorist.
Correct.
And there is a thin line. It all depends on who's writing history and writing that history book. But I'm always of the belief, personally, it's not about the cause, because as Sam said, he's for the cause. It's the way you go about it.
Yep. Correct.
And that's the thing. Walker's intentions are good, but the way he goes about it is completely off. Like I honestly do believe that Walker has the best intentions. I honestly believe that. But he is messed up in the brain. He's
literally, as the song goes, trying to do the right thing, but you're doing it the wrong way.
He oversteps, and because he's, as much as he's supposedly informed, he oversteps because it's not his world, and that's what I say. Like, it's not his world. It is Bucky and Sam's world, because they're used to this, doing this. But he oversteps because this is not his world, when you overstep like that, and like, because he has multiple times, you do not understand the situation, and you wind up looking like a jackass. So, I mean, it's really messed up. I do like the fact that when the conversation between her and Sam, when she was like, they call you a terrorist. She's like, a terrorist? How am I a terrorist? This and that. And it kind of hit me a little bit. And it hit me a little bit because, some would say that Black Lives Matters, it is a radical group and stuff like that. And it's like, because they see last year when there was the police station being burnt down and stuff like that after I forgot who got killed. I think it was George Floyd got killed, right? And then fires and looting and stuff like that. So they kind of put all that into Black Lives Matter, saying that it's Black Lives Matter, Antifa, and all this other stuff. So I got the reference. They were hitting notes.
No, they were a lot of notes. But yeah, guys. I mean, this episode, I so love this show because it's like it's giving you real world feels on every aspect that it turns. You know, it's giving you the political views, it's giving you the you know, the racial views, it's giving you the you know, national views and all types of you know, soldier views, all types of different views. Hell, it even gives you the view of a villain who worked for a group who was worse than the Nazis. And it made you think, holy shit, he's making sense. Like, that's the craziest thing of all. That's why I say Zemo, like Zemo is like one of the most underrated villains in the MCU. And there's certain people who overlook him. Like, they'll think of Thanos, they'll think of Ultron, they'll think of Loki, all these people, but it's like
powerful and they have
but the thing is, bringing it back to what Chad said, Zemo always had power, but power is not what he strived for. These other ones, they strive for that. Even Thanos, he wants the power so he can create a better universe or whatnot. But
he had enough power as it is, and he wanted more.
But the thing is, with Zemo, all Zemo wanted to do was and not saying that it's the best idea in the world, but all Zemo wanted to do was eradicate what was not natural. He wanted to eradicate the super soldiers. He wanted to eradicate superheroes, things that shouldn't be to him. People who overstep the law, the laws of the world, and all this other crap. But go ahead. Sorry.
See, the thing is, like, you know, you and I, we've talked about it before. Yes. Ninja talked about this before when it came into Killmonger.
Yeah.
If he was a villain, right? But if you change the story to a slightly different view, a young man playing basketball outside goes upstairs to find out that his father was murdered by his own uncle. He trains and works hard to seek revenge and to seek revenge on the ones who killed his father and to get what's rightfully his. If you said it like that, all of a sudden he's a hero.
Right.
You could have easily killed. That's why I love Killmonger, because you could have just changed same story, exact story, but the way you told it could have turned him into the hero. But then when you started listening to things that he did, and started really analyzing it, wait a minute, this ain't cool. Now he's a villain. Everybody is the hero of their own story.
Right.
Very rarely do anybody make themselves the villain. Like, if you go back, if you look at through history and you look at, like, you know, World War I and World War II, the Germans are not going to look at themselves as the villain. Even though, like, when you really look at it and go back to World War I, Germany was not the villain in that. That wasn't their fault. But we made them out to be that World War I was their fault, even though it wasn't. Heck, talk about Vietnam. How about Vietnam is completely different to the way the Vietnamese talked about Vietnam. And I know this for a fact because I have the books on the Vietnam War from the American perspective and from the Vietnamese. Same war, same exact war.
But it sounds like almost two different wars happened though when you read both books.
And of course, for me, I'm because of who I am, I'm a little bit more sympathetic to the Vietnamese cause because I understand where they're coming from.
Correct.
And, to the point where I think we should have supported the Vietnamese more than we did.
Right.
But that's we're getting into a different subject. The
Correct.
point is this is people don't make themselves the villain in their own story. And now here's the thing. Now they say the world is watching. I was like, I was wondering where this was going, because that was a very interesting title. And I think they're looking at how the flag smashers are operating. But now if you look at the end, now the shield, which was a symbol of defense, really has blood on it. It offensively, purposely to kill. And now the whole world saw that, and that's going to go about the world. And I promise you, he's going to. Well, I have a feeling in that next episode, Walker's going to lose the shield.
Yeah,
it basically means America has blood on their hands.
Of course, but I have a feeling.
Or a head.
I have this distinct feeling because he murdered him when he didn't have to. He straight up murdered him
helplessly.
And he won the fight. He had the fight won. He could have been like, I'm placing you under arrest. You know, people wouldn't have liked it, but it would have been cool. He would have been fine. He would have been in his jurisdiction. The way that he killed him like that, people is watching. There's gonna be some repercussions.
Yeah, definitely.
For that, and it's gonna even drive him even crazier. And I think that's where Sam's probably going to end up getting back to Shield, because we've seen it in the trailer.
Of course,
yeah.
So that's not a secret.
I mean, not gonna lie. I actually think that whole training montage and everything, and them doing the whole, hey Dylan, you son of a bitch handshake. That's probably gonna be at literally the last episode. I shit you not. That's gonna be the last episode.
Probably gonna be like the last 10
minutes of the show. But yeah, wow. So yeah. I mean, like always, we had a lot to talk about. Just like the rest of the episodes, I cannot wait for these last 2 episodes to come into fruition, to see how the story comes together. It seems like it's really cool. Captain Bitch, aka Captain Jackass, is now in the spotlight, and yeah, we just gonna have to see where it's gonna go all next week. So
good job, Jackass.
What you say?
Good job, Captain Jackass. Way to make America cool again.
I gotta say this before we end.
All right, make it quick.
This people need to calm the fuck down. And I mean that people gonna need to calm the fuck down. No actor should be getting death threats for playing a character from a fucking comic book that he's acting the way the character is in the fucking comic book. Motherfuckers need to stop taking this shit so goddamn seriously. He's an actor, actually the son of an actor.
The son of 2 legendary actors.
Right. And it's like he's playing a fucking role that's already been drawn out, written out for him.
Decades ago.
He is just being that character. Good, though. He's being the character to a T, which is really good.
Personally, if someone's hating you, you're doing your job. If a person's hating the character that you're playing and your character's a villain, you're doing your job.
He's doing his job. Same thing with when it came to Joffrey when he Game of Thrones. Motherfuckers getting death threats. Like, motherfuckers need to chill the fuck out. Like, I don't understand where this comes from. Where this whole a person's doing their job, acting the way the character should be, even a little bit more in some cases, and they're getting death threats. This needs to stop. So y'all motherfuckers need to stop taking this shit so goddamn seriously.
Completely agree.
I don't even have nothing else to add to that.
Exactly. But on that note, we're going to end this episode today. Tune in next week where we're going to find out more about how more Captain Jackass is going to fuck up. And maybe
we'll just call it repercussion episode.
Repercussion. Oh yeah, it's going to be a repercussion episode, definitely. But we're going to also more than likely have a revelation because, of course, there has been, I said this in the earlier episodes, there's been a rumor mill going around that there is a special cameo that's going to be in this episode, the next episode, the fifth one.
Mm.
Don't know who it is. I ain't gonna speculate because fuck that. We were wrong the last time. No, I'm just playing. but anyway, we're gonna wait for next week for that one. Again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching this with me and talking about it. Of course, like I said, this is Roundhouse. Check him up on twitch.tv/here Roundhouse84. Support him more. Yeah, he's going back to sleep after this, guys. And of course, as usual, check out my number one best friend, aka my number one brother, the first person that I met when I moved to the town that I live in now. You can check him on Facebook Live every Friday night at 8 for the Political Shield. He talks about a lot of great views, a lot of great conversations with him and his wife. Love her to death. I know you're watching. Love you, girl.
Wait, I just want to say one thing. My wife asked me to do this. So, we use this great product called Bye Bye Belly. It's actually helped me lose some inches. I've actually lost an inch around the stomach, and I was eating really badly. So if you guys are interested, please let Ninja know, let me know, and I'll hook you up with my wife. And she will hook y'all up with this product, Bye Bye Belly. It's a juice. It actually, I actually tried the blue lemonade, which was actually pretty good, and I don't even like
lemonade. I mentioned
blue lemonade, and I was like, took me off guard. I was like, wow, this actually tastes pretty good. I like the orange. I was drinking orange, but she has orange. She has blue lemonade. She has like this black cherry. She has green apple.
Now, is this something that she can like mail out to people or something?
Yeah, she
really?
can.
Okay, so cool. So is it like a number to just reach you guys, or is it like something or like an email?
Well, if you well, we're working on that. I gotta
get okay, no, that's fine. Okay,
I get his phone number, and I'm definitely gonna put that out there.
Okay.
But in the meantime, hey, just let us know, and she'll hook y'all up. I lost, like I said, I was eating badly, and I still lost an inch around the stomach. Now I'm eating better and still drinking the product, so we'll see how much inches I've lost since.
Sweet. I may grab some from you guys too. Shoot, if that's the case, because I need that.
I need like a whole.
Well, she actually working on a male product called the Gut Buster for us men. So when I come in, I'm gonna try that out, and we'll see. So if you guys are interested, please let us know, and I'll hook y'all up with my wife, and we'll.
Oh, she's right there.
She just open up the door.
But yeah, thank you for that. Yo, if you guys want, I know you guys want to get that COVID weight off right now. I know I do. So
once I get my next shot.
So if you guys, if you guys want to do that, go down in the comments below, or just email us at right here. I'm gonna put it right here. It's basically truestorybropodcast@gmail.com. You can just email us, and I'll relay that back to my brother down here, and we'll get you started on some stuff. But thank you for that. That was good. I knew that was coming eventually, because but yeah. Also,
get my ass whooped by my wife. Okay. Sure.
But also, of course, like, share, and comment down below on all your your whole ideas and all your whole things about what you liked and about this episode, what you learned from this episode also. And of course, subscribe. We're reaching that 500 subscriber mark here on YouTube, and if we do get to 500, we do have a really good giveaway for you guys. I think you guys are going to really like. I've been trying to work really hard on getting something together that I think you guys would appreciate. Until then, though, guys, we will be back. Later, guys. Peace. And remember, Go to Epic Hero Shop and get yourselves this shirt. It's really awesome. They're not a sponsorship, but really go to these guys. This is where I got my Falcon and Winter shirt. This is Anarchy Assemble shirt. Go get it. It's $30, but it's worth it. It feels so nice. But anyway, peace, guys. Laters.
Later.